Hello everyone, this is Chris from Stylharmony. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be again about Christmas, and I'm going to teach you how to make some very nice poinsettia using very few materials, just some ribbons and hot glue and very few things. And look how gorgeous they are. I mean, they're so simple and fast to do. I mean, really, it's getting a little bit addictive, and you can take almost any kind of ribbons for these. I just got some very cheap one here where I can find some ribbons. They have some kind of metal in it. I'm going to show you later on. These are two different colors put on top of each other, a bigger one and a smaller one, and a little tiny cute one here too. You can do them, of course, in any color you wish, any size you wish. I'm going to just show you random pieces here and there. And you'll choose which one, because this one is a 10 piece. Well, you need 5 pieces to make this one, but it's going to have 10 leaves or 10 flowers. This one is made with only 4, so I don't know which one you like best, depending actually on the ribbon. Sometimes it's better to put less, but you'll be able to really widen up your petals. If there are too many, you won't be able to open them up, like for example on this one. And there's one, this one has only 4. So you see this one doesn't want to open very much, and there's 10 also. So depending on what you're going for, this is 8, this is 10. So just see what you like best. I don't think it really matters that much, depending really on your ribbons. So what you will need for this is any kind of ribbon, the colors of your choice. Here it's special for Christmas, and it's got 2 pieces here all the way along on each side. It's metal. The same thing here, that's what I used. You don't have to use these, really use whatever you want, but it needs to be quite stiff anyway. And these little pieces of metal help. You will need hot glue. You will need either some pipe cleaners like this one, or these that are plain, or a wire, any kind of wire, not something that is not expensive. Glitter, because we're going to make these bits here of the flower. So in any color, I'm going to use red, and I've used also some gold here. I'm going to make some green, and I'm going to show you how to do that. In order to do that, you will need some Q-tips as well. And well, that's all, and a ruler and some scissors, because you're going to need to cut your ribbons. So now let's start doing some of these poinsettia. Okay, I would recommend here starting by doing the little, I don't know, stems here. I don't really know how do you call them. Please give me the name. I'm going to use here some hot glue. Let me take all these away for just a second. And Q-tips. And you're going to use both sides of the Q-tips, so you're not going to waste anything. And for this example, I'm going to use some green, because that could be nice as well. You want to make them blue, you can make them blue. Do a little close-up, not too much. And you're going to use, probably on high level or low temp, it just doesn't matter. You're going to put some hot glue and be generous on that, on the surface of your Q-tip. Only this part here. Make sure you've got glue everywhere. And before it dries out, you're going to stick it into your glue directly. And I usually put my, not in my glue, but in my glitter. I usually put my glitters in little containers like this, because it's easy and it doesn't take a lot of space. Once this is done, you just put them aside here, and it's going to dry very quickly, and then you'll be able to do the other side. And if you skip or miss a point, you can always come back and add a little bit more. So I'm going to do just here a few of them to show you. Don't forget the top edge here. And if you think they're a little too big, at this point you can, if it's not too hot, play a little bit with them, put them in place. Or you can take the cotton here away and only use this part without the cotton ball on top, or take as much off as you can. Put glue, just do the same thing here. Don't forget the top. Oops. Try to avoid these the filaments and you dip it into the glitter, and they're going to be just a tiny bit smaller. Okay, and now you're good to go. Put them aside and it dries in minutes. I would consider doing this first so it will be ready when needed. So now I'm going to take these apart, and don't forget to use a non-stick mat. It's going to be very helpful too, especially to take away your glitter. So now this is done, we're going to start doing our poinsettia, or poinsettia. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, I hear about everything. So you're going to cut between 4 and 5 pieces depending on what you prefer. Just try to make them both and you'll see what you prefer. So for example, this one I already pre-cut them. They're about 20 centimeters long, which is 8 inches long. So in this example I have cut 4, and then what you can do is just stack them up 2 by 2 or 4 by 4, depending on what's more easy for you. And then you're just going to cut a little bit here on both ends to make a little point. Okay, so just eyeball it. Do the same thing on the other side. Just eyeball it again. There you go. And if it's not perfect, you can always come back when your flower is done and arrange all of this. So I'm going to take this away. And now comes the most important part, but it's really easy, and you'll be able to make tons of them even in front of TV. You will see it's really easy. So first what you're going to do is fold this piece in half. Okay, you fold it in half, and then on both sides, one after the other, you're going to fold this part back up and fold this one back on the other side. Okay, this piece, try to put your fingers in the middle and keep it in one hand, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't matter. Take another piece, put it in your fingers left here, fold it in half, fold this piece again, this one here on the back, done. Line them up, stack the two together, press really well so they won't fall apart. Do it again, half, fold, fold, and you're done. I'm going to do the same thing again here for the last piece. Fold, fold, and you're done. Now I've got my 4 pieces stacked up. I'm going to be able to use one of my pipe cleaners or any ribbon if you wish. It's a bit orangey, but it's okay. I'm going to put it around, try to really center it. Okay. And I am going to twist. Try to really hold on tight and twist tight 2 or 3 times. Then you can cut the excess off. And depending if you want to have something really big and you want to have a long stem, you could use one of these wires that you can find in the floral section usually. This one is quite sturdy, so you could plant this in your pot for decorations in your plants at home, for example. If you don't want to, just for this example, I'm going to cut this here flush, almost flush. I don't want a big tail, and I can always add something later on. If I really want to stick it, I could always do a little hook and come back here. It's not a problem. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my flower here. And this is the moment when you need to play a little bit with it and see which side you prefer, because sometimes there is always one side better than the other. So just play with it, open them. This is why when you use something that is a little sturdier, a heavier kind of grosgrain ribbon, it's going to help you. Grosgrain ribbon, sorry. Something that is going to keep its shape, it'll be better. And you see it comes in place in just seconds. You don't need to do a lot about it, okay? Sometimes doing it this way is also easier. And I really try to open them up. That's the way I like them. And then you can see which, I think this one is nicer. I can see the glitter better, you see. So I'm going to stay with this side and open them better. Okay, at this stage, you can do another one, a smaller one, and come here and do a 2-layer if you wanted to, or you can completely stop. Then you're going to take your Q-tips with your glitter on, cut them in half, and maybe a little bit more in half than in half. Here I'm going to put this here, I'm going to tuck it in there. I don't want to see it. I'll always be able to come back and arrange my flower better. I'm going to take this, cut it, and I'm going to put some hot glue there. And I'm going to place it, maybe not red, I'm going to use some green. Hey, I've done some green. I'm going to do some green because I'm not going to see the red on red. That's just my personal preference. So I'm going to stuck it here. You can make them longer if you wish, or shorter. That's totally up to you. I mean, it's going to cost you almost nothing. Just, you know, the main thing here is the price of the ribbon. But I'm sure that if you order them online at Joann's, or maybe you have a Joann store or Michael's or something, you can really find some nice stuff where you live. And I like to not make it too straight. They come in all directions. Just wait a few seconds here to make sure it's all good. And then your flower is ready. Okay, this is a very simple one. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do it again, but I think I'm going to change for this ribbon because it'll be easier for you to see. So I'm going to pause this video, cut my 4 or 5 length, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I'm back, and we're going to continue with this one. I really like it. It's like a plaid one. It's really nice. So let me show you again. Fold it in half, fold this piece back up, this one back here, keep it in place. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you have this kind of motion here, okay? Now we're going to do the same thing here. Fold in half, place it here. And it's so easy to do and so quick. You try to align this piece here just as much as you can. It's really easier if you do it now than if you have to move things along afterwards. Okay, now this is good. I'm going to take here my my pipe cleaner, try to find the middle here. You never know. I think this is going to be the good part. It's double-sided actually. I think there's no wrong or no right way on this one, which is good. Twist on the back, try to really tight it very well, and just twist and twist. Now cut, don't use your scissors for this because you're not going to work very long. Okay, a lot of glitter, and I'm going to open it. Oh, this one is good. Oh, I like this ribbon. I love the way that I can really do whatever I want with it, or almost. And I've done, I don't know if you noticed, but there's 5, I've cut 5 pieces here, 5 length. So it might make a bigger one. But I still think that my leaves here cannot open. And where I live, we can find them in nature. This is wonderful. Not everywhere. You need to go where it's cooler. But it is nice. And they're not actually, I don't think they're called flowers. It's just the leaves that are green and then change to red. They're really nice. So this is a 5 piece, which makes 10 points here. And I don't know if I want to put this one on it. Oh yeah, I think it's nice. So since this one is already done, I'm not going to show you how I did it. I'm just going to put some hot glue here. I've cut it on a small red one as well. Doesn't really matter. Oops. Come on, boy. And I'm going to stick this one just on top. It's going to make my poinsettia have more volume and more 3D aspect to it, so hold it on just a few seconds while your hot glue is drying and cooling down. And look at that, how easy. And now if you wanted to, you could always stick your wire here to make it like a big flower and put it in your plants. But that's it, nothing more to do, so easy. Very few things needed. I'm sure you can find these ribbons in the United States or Australia, Canada, because you're the one, a lot of you are looking at these videos. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you commenting and liking my videos. This is very helpful for me, and I'm going to do many more because this is really addictive. Look at that. How many can we do in just few minutes? Look at this one, really nice. I hope you could see this on my camera. I'm not sure the screen is so small, but it looks so great. So there you have it. Let's see, you don't have to buy anything. You have Q-tips home. I'm sure you have glitter, hot glue. There you have it. Not much, just some ribbon, and you're good to go. Please give me some thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button to get all my notifications. And yes, please leave me your comments. Tell me which one you prefer, 5 points, 10 points, or 8 points. The blue, the red, this one, whatever. I'm sure you're gonna love doing this. And by the way, I have a Facebook page. Go there, and if you want to drop your pictures of what you have made related to my videos, please help yourself. Feel free to post your pictures, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.